I don't feel like all men want the traditional gender roles. I feel like if I stopped paying for half of everything, Adam would not be happy.
Who paid for the first? Like, was their first date?
Oh,
did you guys do dinner for the first date? What did
We
you guys
went
do?
to a diner and then we went and got 7-Eleven cheap wine.
Did y'all split the bill or?
No, I paid.
I think he paid.
Oh,
for
okay,
it.
all right. He's a gentleman.
It was a diner.
Adam, 22, is a gentleman. See, I wouldn't pay for the first date.
Really?
Yeah, I don't pay for the first date.
That's
Wow.
gangster as
You
fuck.
expect the women to?
No, I don't expect her to pay for me, but I think we should split the bill.
Split. Wow.
That's right.
So you want a traditional woman, but then you want to do some things untraditionally when it's in
Yeah.
your favor?
Well,
Yeah.
see, here's the thing, right? About
I'm saying
that.
not all men want like the traditional thing.
Right.
I don't
Well,
think
I
we
think
ever
we
said all
have to
men.
we have to
We said all
give what
men.
we want to get.
Right.
I mean, what it comes down to with
Right,
both
right,
men
right.
and women. It's the
So will
only
you
way, guys.
Let her
It's
have
the
some
only
bodies
way.
if she splits the bill with you.
If you
No,
want,
still no bodies. They can't be bodies, but
I
Needs
feel
to be
like
a virgin who splits the bill.
in my life when I've been on a first date and I pay, which is like really any like if I just start talking to a girl in a bar, I'm gonna start paying for her drinks or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a way of saying like, look, I am financially stable. I'm not scared to spend $7 on buying you a drink or $20 on a cheeseburger or whatever it is. It's like I feel like I understand there's like a value to the peacocking that you're doing by paying. It's just like sort of demonstrating that you're not broke. But I do like in terms of the principle, I like where he's going with it. And it's kind of like a nice test to find out how much the woman is just there for free TGI Fridays,
yeah. I mean, it's
No one is there for free TGI.
Well, you've never been on a date with Brian.
well, there definitely are women who partake in foodie calls.
Yes.
Where they're
I've never heard this before in my life.
wait, you've never heard that
Foodie
term,
calls?
Adam?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a foodie call.
Wow.
This is a
Free
thing.
meals.
Where
Foodie call.
where
Wow.
and maybe it's not a dinner, maybe it's an experience. The guy's going to take her to a concert or take her on some experience or
Right.
fly her out, take her on a vacation, take her shopping on the first date, which is that to me is way too much. But
Yeah.
But as a guy, you do kind of have to be cautious of that. And I do think if you don't pay for the first date as a guy, you are going to lose some girls. Like some girls are going to have an issue with it. I do think it's a good screening mechanism to find women who are that have high interest. They're so interested in you that perhaps even if they would prefer a guy to pay for the date, but they're still gonna pursue it with you.
I think women pay their dues in other ways, though. Like they're getting
How?
dressed, they're doing their makeup, they're doing their
Guys do
hair.
that.
Okay,
Well,
but
not
you're
the
not
makeup.
Oh,
spending.
you
You're not
guys take like 10
You're not
minutes to get
spending
ready.
an
I got a haircut
hour
every couple
doing
weeks.
All
your
the money the
hair.
girl's putting into all of those things that she had to get.
Oh.
Do you know how expensive
Oh,
makeup
but
is?
hold on. I thought women wear makeup for themselves and not for men.
No, I mean I wear makeup for men.
For men?
Yeah.
Oh, the patriarchy wins
paying,
again.
so the paying for the first date is a sign of chivalry because it signals the dynamic, which is that I, as a man,
We'll pick-
ultimately want to
oh,
be a
actually,
provider,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
And like I'm telling you, I'm signaling to you as a woman that if this continues, we fall in love, we choose to marry each other, we get married, whatever, that I want to try to provide so that you're able to have babies. I mean, that is a very like fundamental natural principle that I think is beautiful.
Yeah, and I think if we were more like in an old order sort of way when it comes to dating, like being more traditional, I think in the past maybe you'd date like one or two people, and then the first, second, or third person that you ever pursued romantically ended up being your husband or wife. Now in today's day and age, people are going on dozens of dates, hundreds of dates,
And it's
before
easy
finding.
to do so. Like you
Yeah.
can easily go on a couple dozen dates over the course of a year, and like
Yeah.
whereas my parents growing up, I mean, it would have been pretty tough to even meet that many people.
Let me just read this one. Wait, okay, we were talking about paying for the first date.
Wait, so don't you think though if you're selective with the women that you're choosing, you don't have to worry about women using you for a dinner date?
Well, the thing is though, is that even unassuming women, like women you wouldn't think are, let's say, hustlers. Oh, voice crack, nice. Like there's some very unassuming women who are quiet and shy and introverted, and like they're fucking hustlers. So you can't always tell.
Interesting.
You can't always tell. Like they could be really promiscuous, or they're like dating a whole bunch of other people. So
Have you ever been in a situation where you went to go split the bill at the end and she was like, I'm not paying half?
no, because I do some gangster shit.
What do you do, Brian?
All right. Here's what you do. First off, you should try to do something for free.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, I got
Walk
you.
in the park.
I got you, Lena.
Exactly.
What?
You could do something for free, right?
So something
or
cheap.
Like a hike.
definitely you never do a dinner date. Dinner is terrible because if it's you on a first date, you want a quick out. Like if it's awkward or it's not going well, you don't want to be sitting there waiting for your food. Like that way, so maybe you go for a drink or you go for a tea, coffee, right? You go to Starbucks. Now what you do is there's a couple different options. If you don't even do the free thing, right? You just arrive early or you arrive on time. And here's the thing, like most of the time women are late for dates. I'm just saying women are typically late for first
This is a
dates.
very calculated process.
So
have
you can just arrive on time and she's going to be 10 minutes late. Right, Adam? You've been on first dates, right? They're usually pretty late.
On average, probably. Yeah.
More often than not. So you just get your drink. You go to the bar, you get your drink, then you go and sit down. And when she arrives,
You don't walk up to the counter to help her get a drink.
you're like, "Oh, I'm saving the booth.
God.
Do you want to go and get
If
yourself
you're not
a
willing to
drink?"
buy a girl a $3.50
Yeah.
coffee, come on.
It's not about
Yeah.
the money. It's not about the money. It's about the principle.
that
it's
she'll
about the-
pay for her own cup of coffee. She will.
Yeah, it's
But
fine.
she wants to know that you're down to pay for it too.
It's fine though. It's fine. The other thing is if there's like a waiter that's going to come bring a check, again, you get there on time or early. She's going to be late. And then you tell the waiter, when you bring the checks, two checks.
At Starbucks.
Brian, I don't think you're going to meet your future wife.
Yeah,
this
you're
way.
deterring the
Whoa,
man
this
from
is
driving
gonna
down the
work.
wrong
This is
path.
great. This is great.
don't
I
think
have
it's gonna work.
saved so much money over the years being very frugal. That's the sexiest thing for most women is
Frugal.
frugality, by the way. They love a frugal man.
But you may have
Love-
saved money, but I feel like you probably would have
Lost some-
experienced some more. Well, but you're trying to keep a low body count, right? Or are you? I
We
mean,
might have met a really cool girl who was just like turned off by the not wanting to pay for the coffee. I went on a date with a guy who was gonna pay the bill, but then he was asking how much a soda cost, which is like clearly the cheapest item on the menu, and that just turned me off, and I never saw the guy again.
It's not about the money for
I know.
me. It's more about the principle, you know.
Is
It's
this-
not. Well, I mean, just to bring it back to the paying for the first date thing, as a guy, like if I'm first going on a date with a girl, I don't know her yet, so I don't know if she's worth it. In the same way that women are not obliged to sleep with a guy on the first date, I feel like I'm not obliged to pay on the first
You
date.
think paying for someone's coffee is like sleeping with them?
No, it's obviously different, but I don't personally understand the pushback against equally investing into the start of a relationship. And just me personally as a preference, I actually like it when women simp for me. Like I like it when a woman is that into me. In fact, it would be, not only should it be a split, I think it's better if she pays for me. That's some gangster shit.
I think part
Right,
of
Adam?
like
I think
No, I like it.
Every
I think-
single girl here, I don't know about you, but all of us, at least four, can agree that we disagree with you.
I think
That's
part
fine.
of the things that society has normalized is kind of like marriage isn't what it used to be. I think people don't take it seriously. I think 53 years of no fault divorce in the United States has been completely to our detriment, where people kind of just like enter a marriage and they feel like they can get out anytime that they want. So I think that having no value of marriage leads people to think that like, oh well, I'm looking at marriage as like a contract.
Sure. Yeah. So I mean, I guess if I could determine if a girl was actually, like if she was traditional, let's say, she had a low body count, she wasn't promiscuous, she was feminine, etc. Under those circumstances, I'd be much more open to paying for the first date. However, like if I'm dating a woman who's 30, she's professional, she's got a career, like to me, the whole reason men used to pay was because women were not like out there making money. But if I go on a date with an attorney, and I think I did back when, long time ago, if I go on a date with a woman who's an attorney, let's say she's out earning me, why ought I to pay for her under those circumstances?
Do you
She's
want her
the-
to stay an attorney working full time when she's a mother of your kids and just do that continuously?
It depends my financial situation. I think I'm in a financial spot where if I decided to have kids, I would be able to provide and have her just take care of the kids. I would be able to do that. But if I wasn't, then I might be more interested in her continuing to work.
Meaning you'd be the breadwinner and she would be and you take care of the baby. She'd be the breadwinner, excuse me, and you take care of the babies.
No. I mean, very few women would be satisfied with that arrangement, but
do you want that?
I wouldn't. No, not really. Although it would be kind of fucking awesome to like, if she's just rich like some billionaire heiress. Yeah, I'm gonna quit my.
But then she doesn't have to work. She could still be the mom.
Okay,
and
fair.
be stay-at-home mom, or more
I'll be
present with the kids.
I'll be the stay-at-home mom.
Not that you can't be a mom when you work, but I'm saying that it's hard when you're an attorney.
Can you give us 5 minutes? Is that cool?
For sure.
We'll wrap up here.